Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Yamir Yager episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, Double Dose. I'm Nathan, along with Miss Rachel Eden, sitting over here to my right. Rachel, you're sipping on a beautiful glass. How are you in your glass, and how's it going? What have you been up to?
Well, first of all, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's 7 o'clock at night.
Good evening. Who's Yamir Yager?
Yamir Yager, he's a legendary hockey player. He's actually still playing overseas for a team that he owns. And I think he's like 50. He's in his mid-50s.
Who do you play for?
He started his career off with the Penguins, but then he bounced around the NHL for like over almost 30 years.
He's good?
He was amazing.
Never heard of him.
Yamir Yager, legendary. He's obsessed with blueberry muffins.
Oh, something me and Ymir have in common. Me, you, and Ymir. We have that in common.
Yamir.
Oh, Yamir.
Yamir.
Namir. But I am doing good. We had a crazy weekend this past weekend, full of all things family, friends, celebrations, games.
Traveling.
We traveled. We truly have done it all. We've battled all elements: rain, snow,
Rain, snow, rain.
Rain, snow, wind, sun. We have literally done it all. We have done it all this weekend. We started off with Friday. We hosted my sister Samantha's 30th birthday party here at the Double Dose Studios, and we had so much fun. It was Harry Potter themed, and apparently we did a great job with the decorations, even though me and you know not one lick of Mr. Potter. So, right. We did good based on inspiration from Pinterest. So thank you, Pinterest. And then we went right into Saturday. We went to Medieval Times to celebrate her 30th birthday. How did you like Medieval Times? How did you like that experience?
Medieval Times, I didn't know what to expect. I was scared, to be honest with you. But it exceeded my expectations. It was good. It was good.
It's funny, right?
It's funny.
Eat with your hands.
Did you see jousting?
Yeah, you got to wear a crown.
I thought they were going to go out there with fake horses. No, they were on real horses.
Real horses. They do it all. And, the food is, not bad. It literally is so crazy that
you have to eat with your hands though.
You have to use your hands, exactly, and that's the whole kit and caboodle about it. The whole shebang.
I've always been looking for a restaurant where I could just eat with my hands. So
yeah, this was the perfect place for you. And then we went right into I did Secret Santa with my Jersey girls. Had so much fun with them, and you were chilling with the boys,
the fellers. Then
we came back to Sunday because obviously we had to ship it up to Boston, go to the Patriots-Jets game that was turned into a snowball, right? A snowball, which was so much fun, which is where we got these beautiful, beautiful Patriots collectible cups. I love the old school logo on these things.
Me too.
Unbelievable job picking them out. These were filled with hot chocolate because we were freezing our little tushkas off, and it was unbelievable. When I was dumping these out with hot chocolate still in it, it was a thick hot chocolate. I was ooh.
Thick boy.
The fact that most of that is in my body is very scary and also very telling as to why my stomach was definitely a little bit upset. And then after that, we went over to Norwalk on our way home to say hello to Victoria and Ryan on his birthday and get a nice little steak dinner, the best steak in Connecticut we had on Sunday.
Yeah, you were reading off the awards that this restaurant won.
Best steak in Connecticut, best restaurant in Connecticut, best wine list in Connecticut, best
lobster
cocktails in Connecticut, best lobsters in Connecticut, best espresso martini in Connecticut, and with reputable sources. It's this place must be indescribable.
And it was. It was delicious.
Incredible is what I meant to say, but indescribable is what came out.
Yeah.
So
He described it well, even though it was indescribable.
I want you to do me a favor, though. Can you read me the top part of this mug here, but in the accent of the medieval times guy?
For tradition, for legacy, for family, for each other, forever, New England.
Love it. Thank you, because I've been reading it, and as I was reading in my head, I was reading it from the guy and the horse.
That's literally me.
What?
For like all that, what I just read is just me.
Tradition, legacy, family, each other, New England.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, there you have it, folks. That was the update of the weekend recap, right? Of what we did. Any news over there from you or?
No. You covered everything so well. I really have nothing else to add. I had a question for you, but it has slipped my mind.
Yeah, no surprise there.
As soon as I have to read anything I was thinking about before I was reading goes out the window because it takes so much effort for me to read.
Wait, what were you thinking about?
I forget completely.
No way.
Yeah, that's what happens.
You had a question for me.
Yeah, that's about your weekend.
Oh, I hate when the question doesn't get asked, especially when it's about me.
I know you do. But no, I mean, I've been spending most of my time thinking about the Patriots and Bill Belichick and everything we've talked about in this podcast over and over again. But now that we had to go to the game, even though even though it was a chaotic weekend as you just described.
Not bad though. Not bad. It was literally, we got to a point where it was like 33 degrees, and then we saw the mark that it went to 32 degrees because the rain turned to snow.
Yeah,
it was
it's crazy.
The weirdest
It was
thing.
like science class, like in a car.
And we were like, oh, it's 32
That's
degrees.
why!
Yeah. And it snowed a fuck ton. So do you want to get into the game a little bit?
Yes. We had to go to the game because as we discussed last week, it was potentially Bill Belichick's last game as the head coach in New England. So there was no way we were going to miss it. And honestly, I was surprised, even with the snow and everything, like that the stadium wasn't full or like
the stadium was empty. Empty. I was in shock.
Me too.
Like I was literally looking around like first of all, there was no one on the third row.
Yeah, I would not. If my seats were up there, I would not go.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally while we were there, I mean, I looked on the ground by our seat, and I think it was 6 inches that they got, right?
Yeah.
It has to be. At least.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, if I was up there, like, there's no way. It's probably so much colder up there, windier.
The wind must have been crazy. I'm sure you could feel like the stadium move a bit.
Oh my God, no, stop.
Swaying. So, anyways, even below, like, where like in the bottom bowl, people started filing out early.
Halftime, half the people left.
I mean, yes, it was probably the worst football game I've ever watched, like as from like an entertainment standpoint, just because neither team could move the ball. Everybody was slipping and sliding. The quarterbacks couldn't throw.
Do you think that was just because of the snow or because of the teams?
Both. But the snow, it could have been anyone out there. They wouldn't have been able to throw and shit. It wouldn't have been possible.
Got it.
One thing that just popped into my mind, you spent a lot of time, we sat behind the Patriots bench, you spent a lot of time watching Mac Jones.
Oh my God, yes.
What did you feel about that?
I felt, I was asking, like, where's Mac Jones? Like, where's Mac Jones? And you're like, he's over there with the beanie, with the thing on the beanie, like the little poof or whatever. And I was literally watching him, and as I'm, like, watching him, I'm like, oh my God, he's not talking to anybody. He's literally, like, over there by himself. Like, I don't know, like, you could just tell he was so in his head, and he was so sad, you know what I mean? Like, I think that he was just, like, looking at it like, this is the last game that I'll play for New England, I'm sure, right? He's definitely off the team next year.
He's still under contract.
Until when?
I think next year.
Oh my God. If he's the third string, maybe. He was so sad, and it was so sad to watch him, like, just be, like, in the corner, like, sad in the corner, you know what I mean? Like, he would literally, like, he would move down to try to talk to somebody, the people would, like, literally walk away from him. They would walk away.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
I was watching him. They would literally walk away. I'm like, oh my God, they actually hate this guy. Why would you talk to him?
He was probably pumping them up before they went onto the field or something.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, he's like the water boy. No. Mac Jones, the water boy.
No, be nice to Mac. Be nice to Mac.
Why? I'm trying to be. I'm saying I felt bad for him, and you're telling me that's not what happened. That's
you're calling him the water boy. What are you talking
that's exactly
about?
What I saw. I saw him out there by himself, mopey around. Okay, so I felt bad for him because no one even wanted to talk to him. Because he's the water boy.
Because they're all playing in the game and he's not.
Exactly.
So he's also just trying to stay out of the way.
Right, but that's the whole point. It's like he's literally like trying to make himself as small as possible, like on the sidelines, which is like so icky to watch. Like, ew, like I just like can't with that vibe. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel bad.
I felt bad too.
Like, and I could not for the fucking life of me see where the hell Bill Belichick was. And from the background, they all look like him. You're like, that's him. I'm like, who? You're like, no, that one. I'm like, who? You're like, that one. Who? The guy with the hood up. Everyone has their hood up. Every single person had their hood up.
I was literally telling you what yard line the guy was sitting.
Couldn't figure... Well, yard line, I couldn't even see the yard line. They came out with snow blowers to get the yard out. I've never seen that before. They had snow blowers to take the snow off the field for each yard line. They would go in between the plays. Mm-hmm. That's how much snow there was. That's how crazy it was.
Did you like it?
How many lawnmowers do you think they had? I didn't know that they had wind blowers or whatever the fuck those things are called.
Leaf blowers?
Yeah, what are those? Leaf blowers?
Yeah.
How many do you think they had? I didn't even know they had those on retainer on cap in the back.
They have them a lot, probably to blow the leaves in the practice field.
They're like, bring out the practice field blowers because we need to blow the snow away. Have you ever seen that happen before?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
What number snow game was this for you?
Good question. Probably 4 or 5.
But this was like what? One of the craziest ones?
The craziest one was the actual Snow Bowl back in 2001. Patriots versus the Raiders.
You remember it?
Yes, I was 7 years old.
I'm sure it was probably really, really cold. Do you think this was your second?
Second favorite? No, because they lost.
Well, not favorite, but I'm saying second craziest.
What do you mean by crazy?
Like craziest snow amount.
Oh, yes.
Like this was a lot of snow.
That was a shit ton of snow. And it only got worse throughout the game.
It literally was like a little bit in the beginning and then a lot like second and third quarter and then like a little bit in the fourth. Like it was exactly when the game was going on and like, you know, thank God that New England doesn't have a dome because why would you want one?
Why?
You know, why would you want one? You're literally just in a bowl outside.
You're saying bowl.
I'm saying bowl.
Exactly. I'm hearing bowl.
So, but it was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it too. I loved it. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate that we went. Just because the historical element of it, the potential historical element of it. Now we're a few days removed from that day, and Belichick's still the head coach of the Patriots. And I don't know how I feel, to be honest. There was a report that came out Monday. So, rewind. I talked about it last week, but there was a report that Belichick and Kraft, and both of the Krafts, Jonathan and Robert, had a meeting scheduled for the first thing on Monday morning to go over, like, review the season, end of year review. And a lot of people thought that was going to be the conversation in which he was released of his duties. Well, a report came out following that meeting that Belichick is open to somebody else taking over the personnel duties, which means that he's open to the possibility of them hiring a general manager to do all the drafting, trading, signing players, releasing players, making all the personnel decisions for the team, because that's what a lot of fans and media complain about when it comes to him, is that he hasn't had success doing that. Just look at the players that are on the field. They're not good players. Now that changes things for me. And I think it changes on the fact of if this was his last game or not. However, the more time that passes and the more time that the Krafts don't come out in support of him, makes me weary that they're just looking to see.
Wait, what do you mean in support? Is that he just said that without anyone saying anything?
He didn't say that. It was a report that came out. Like, it was from a reporter. It was like,
right, but what? Like, then what are the Krafts saying then?
The Krafts aren't saying anything.
But someone said like he's okay with giving up his power, and the Kraft should be like, we're happy to keep him on if he does that. Like, what are you looking for? Do you know what I mean?
What I'm looking for, so what was reported was that he's just open to, according to sources, he's open to getting relieved of his personnel duties, being the general manager. What I'm looking for is the Crafts, Robert and Jonathan, to come out with what they want to do. Like, why I don't like to be waiting in the wings here. Like,
what does that mean? What they want to do?
Are they going to move on from him or are they not?
Oh, I see.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, I just want to know. Every hour I go back and forth, switch. I check Twitter. I check ESPN. I scroll through Instagram, go through TikTok. Nothing. I need to know. I need to know.
When do you think it's going to happen?
I don't know.
What's normal?
Mike Vrabel got fired today.
So you think that
like yesterday is called Black Monday, because that's typically when the coaches get fired and the personnel people.
So the Monday after
the last game of
the season is called Black Monday because everybody gets fired.
Yes, correct.
That's awful.
Yep.
Black Friday is all the deals. Might as well take them all out. Take them up 2 for 1. You can get a Mike Vrabel and someone else.
No, it's not like, as we discussed in the past, not bad for a coach if he gets fired because he still gets all his money.
Mike Vrabel played for the Patriots,
yes.
right? And he was apparently there at the game on Sunday.
No, he wasn't. He was coaching his own game.
Who was in the game? Who was at the game?
Josh McDaniels, the coach that got fired from the Raiders earlier in the season.
Oh, I knew it was somebody. Somebody. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I have to be nice to myself. I'm not an idiot. I'm just uneducated.
No, you just a lot of names.
Yeah, a lot of names. I thought that Vrabel was
a lot of legends coming out of New England.
Yeah. Right. Of course. But what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to ask Mike Vrabel to be a head coach or what?
I would love for Mike Vrabel to be head coach. I would love for him to be the next head coach of the Patriots. I don't think that's going to happen. I think, honestly, with that report, it's interesting that one statement was the only thing that came out of that meeting. And nobody knows who the source was. They just know who the reporter was, Mike Reese, who's like one of the Patriots reporters.
And Mike Reese can't say where he got the information from?
No, they never did.
Source unknown.
Yeah, just according to sources. So the fact that that's the only statement that came out of that meeting makes me think that they're setting the groundwork or the foundation to move forward with Belichick once again being the head coach and starting their search for a new general manager.
What if they don't change a thing?
If they don't change a thing, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
Because something needs to change. And Belichick's legendary. He's the best coach of all time. Do I think the game has passed him by in a lot of ways? Yes. Am I willing? Has he? So for a lot of the year, I've said on these very airwaves, I've been ready to move on from him. Now going to his last game and stuff, like, it does get emotional to some sense. Like he's been the head coach all these years, and he's won 6 Super Bowls. No other coach has ever done that. Like, he's one of a kind. So, yes. The fact that he's willing to give up his general manager duties makes me open to the idea of keeping him.
So, as a general manager, he's just picking the personnel and stuff, and as a coach, you're just coaching?
The coach, you're just coaching. Just coaching.
Got it. So, like, wouldn't he want that? Like, why does he want to be in charge of everything? Like, that's just awful.
He's a control freak. But if he really is willing to do that, I'm willing to have another year with him with a new general manager.
And seeing where that takes you.
Seeing where that takes us. The other thing I need is to get. I know it's going to be the 4th offensive coordinator in 4 years, but I need a new offensive coordinator. Whether it be Josh McDaniels comes back, I don't like Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is the worst coach of all time. I do not like that guy. I put him up there with Matt Patricia. Also, I saw a report today that Patriots asked the Eagles if they could interview Matt Patricia for another coaching job.
No, stop it.
Yeah, they want to bring Matt Patricia back.
For what?
I could have been fugazied on Twitter, but I think it was real. Like a defensive assistant.
Why would they do that?
Because they're dumb. But that's part of the reason why what frustrates me about Belichick and his coaching staff is he recycles through the same guys. You know what I mean? Like, no one new ever comes up through his system unless it's a guy that's played for him or a guy that's already coached for him in the past. You know what I mean? So, like, that's part of the frustration where, like, it's the same minds over and over again. It's like, what's that saying? Like, the definition of...
insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results.
Exactly. What do you have an opinion on this? Like, what was it like? Obviously, the atmosphere wasn't too crazy the other day, but like, did it feel like his last game to you? Like, did you have an opinion? Do you hope he goes? Hope he stays? Do you have anything?
The Patriots were so bad on Sunday. Like, I've never seen a team be that bad. Yeah. That's what I will say. Like, I was like, every chance Bailey Zappi could, he threw it to the other team.
Oh, yeah.
He threw it to the Jets. Like, but like, it didn't even make sense. Like, his team wasn't even where he was throwing it. Like, he was just fucking wailing this thing. Like, for no reason. Like, sir, you're playing a professional sport, okay? Like, I was very, very, very lost and confused on what the hell was happening on the field at Foxborough Stadium for both teams. Like, and the Jets honestly deserve to win because the Patriots are so bad. So bad. So I hope that next year it's better for your sanity, for my sanity, from your sanity, you know, piggybacking off of it from.
Do you think they're going to keep Belichick?
I do. I think they're going to keep him. I think they're going to keep him and bring on another person to help him out. I do. Just because, like, at the stadium, like, there wasn't even, I don't know if it's just, like, fair weather fans or something like that. There was nobody there. So it's like, if it was really his last game, I felt like they would have done more for him. You know what I mean? They would have been, like...
Like they were doing for the special teams dude, Matthew Slater?
Right. They would have been, like, thank you, Bill, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that they're going to just part ways with him without any type of ceremony.
Well, coaching's kind of like that, like, unless you go out on...
Yeah, but, like, for Tom, like, didn't they do a whole thing for him or no?
Tom's last game was actually very similar, and I was there, too, in the same seats.
Ooh.
Tom's last game was against the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel was the coach of the other team.
Okay.
And it was a playoff game against the Tennessee Titans, and they lost to the Titans. And his last throw, and I thought about this, too, the last throw by the Patriots in both Tom Brady's last game and Bill Belichick's last game were interceptions.
Okay, well, I pray for the better.
The last thing on this is that another reason why I can't mentally have this be Belichick's last game, and I'm kind of changing a tune here, especially if he's going to give up the general manager duties, is I can't listen to all my Jets friends talk about how Bill Belichick's last game with the Patriots was a loss to the Jets.
Oh, well, 100%, because also the refs really were like, I'm just saying this from a very unbiased point of view, because I was like, the Jets could win, the Patriots could win. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm in the snow. You know what I mean? Like, I was really there unbiased. Like, the calls that the refs were making, like, I was like, wait, what? Like, that is insane. Like, it was so against the Pats. I was like, this is wild. Like, they literally said that the one guy had unsportsmanlike conduct.
Jalen Reagor.
And he took the football, and after he, like, made, like, a big play or whatever, and he threw the ball, and, like, they were like, unsportsmanlike conduct for that. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, why would they call that? And you were like, I don't know. It's crazy. Then the Jets are out there fucking making snow angels in the field, diving into the snow after they'd scored. That's not unsportsmanlike? But throwing the ball is?
Right.
Made no sense to me.
Yeah, that made no sense to me. Also, there was a unnecessary roughness call against Jabril Peppers on Garrett Wilson up the left sideline, where Garrett Wilson he was like bobbling the ball, and like he dropped it, but like he was like hunched over, and like Jabril Peppers was running over, and Casey caught it. Jabril Peppers going to tackle him, but instead, once he saw that he dropped it, he was like he put his hands up and was like trying to get out of the way, but he was running full speed, and like he's literally standing up straight, and like Garrett Wilson just bumps into him, and they call a penalty on Jabril, and I'm like,
yeah, but then Bill Belichick didn't even challenge it.
You can't challenge that. You can't challenge penalties.
Oh, whatever. Well, I just think that the refs stunk. So Everybody stunk in that game, including me, because I was hot from sweating from underneath 5 layers of clothing, but so cold from all the snow.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Moving on to the National Championship of college football, right?
Yep.
Michigan versus Washington. Michigan came up with a big W. Big W.
Big dub.
34-13.
Yep.
34-13. How do you feel?
I feel good about it. I bet on Michigan. I was very confident in that bet. I didn't see any way that they could lose. The only thing that made me nervous was the quarterback for Washington, Michael Penix Jr. But Michigan was just that team all year. Like, they battled all that adversity. They had that cheating scandal. It ended up being a whole lot of nothing. Everyone was against them, which is like, yeah, everybody says that in sports, but like literally, like everyone in like college football and like the sports world was like against them for weeks, and like the coach got suspended for 4 games in the middle of the season for the most important games, and they literally just stuck together and like won every single game. Like, that is something to be proud of, especially after they made it to the semifinals last year and lost. So they got all the way back and to complete their whole goal, going 15-0. I think it's amazing. There was no way that they were going to lose. Not a shot.
They were so good.
So much better.
They were so much better, and they were just like energetic. Like, they didn't even know where to put all their energy. They had so much energy. I was like,
right.
Holy moly, they're so fast out there and zippy and whatever.
Yeah.
I knew that they would win.
Yeah.
After I saw a couple plays, I was like, I put my money on Michi.
Yeah, you put money on the first quarter total after the first touchdown. You bet over 14 and a half. Right. So you needed 2 scores after Michigan
in the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
Which is crazy.
And it hit, and we went bananas.
Yes.
I think we have to start
$6 I won.
I think that's something that we need to start doing to get the podcast like really to elevate it to the next level. Besides interviews, which I say every week, I have to start lining up interviews for us, and clips, which you banged out some clips today. So thank you so much. Is having you bet on a game and live streaming it is the most entertaining TV I think that could ever, and most entertaining content ever on the internet, because you just love making that money. You love making that cash.
So do you.
I do.
Oh, so you're saying you as in like the objective you?
No, I'm saying you.
As in me.
Yeah.
Or as in you as in
I'm not entertaining when I bet, because I just watch silently, but yeah, that's how you
$5 I put down. It's a lot of money. It's a coffee. Half a coffee really in New York, but
it is kind of crazy to me that you only put $5.
Why? I don't do big stuff. You know what I mean? $5 is enough for me to get hyped over. So
speaking of gambling, quick side note. I came into a realization this weekend that I'm very happy that we live in a state that doesn't allow
casino
online casinos, because when we went to New Jersey, I gambled a lot playing blackjack, and thank God I ended up on top. But Jesus, was it a battle?
I'm sure.
And that would be an everyday battle, everyday rush if that was available to me on a daily basis. So very thankful it's not.
So thank you, Lord.
Thank you, the state of New York.
Thank you to the state of New York.
Yes. A cool little tidbit about the national championship is that Jim Harbaugh, the coach, who may be coming to the NFL, he may be leaving Michigan and go back to the NFL.
Would he go to the Patriots?
Could you imagine? People are asking.
Stop. Really? Who?
People.
Would you want him?
He's in the top 3 of people I would like.
Okay. So.
Top 4. He said he's going to get a tattoo, a 15-0 tattoo on his shoulder, because he promised his players before the season, if they went undefeated, that he'd get that tattoo. So he's going to fulfill his promise, get that tattoo, and it's cool.
I love that. That's amazing. You know, way to commit and way to show the players, I'm in this too. I'm in this too. I'm going to get a tattoo. Oh. What a rhyme. I mean, what a way with words. Seriously. That's awesome. He just seems like such a wholesome guy. So sweetie out there. He was literally obviously it's his team and he's the coach, but he was just so excited every play, jumping, happy. I would want to be his player. I would.
You want to play for him?
I would. Yeah.
A lot of people say that. Even when.
And that J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback for Michigan, I love him.
You love him?
I love him. He was so good and so cute, and I'm just you're just such a cutie little college boy. You know what I mean? He's just out there slinging that football, making plays, and like he's so good. Like I'm like, this is the guy. How old is he? Is he a junior, senior?
He's a senior. He's about to go to the NFL.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
He'll be a middle round draft pick. He'll be a developmental piece because he isn't just at that elite level quite yet. He doesn't throw the ball that great. For example, like last night, Penix, who is more of an NFL prospect, threw for 255 yards, and J.J. McCarthy threw for like 140 yards.
What's good? What's a good amount of yards?
Well, it depends. He won the game, so he did what he had to do. Michigan relies more on running the ball. They have a bunch of running backs that are really good. Blake Corum, Edwards. They have a bunch of guys that can run the ball. So that's a part of the reason as to why he doesn't throw it. So his lack of production could just be a product of the situation and offense that he's in. But who knows? Either way,
it's a lot like too, like watching these college boys like play football, like their entire life has been football. Like if you're at this level, like how concentrated they are and all of the testosterone that's truly in their body when they freaking put their arms down and it's so weird and bizarre. But I guess if I was a guy, I would do the same thing. They're like, you could just tell that they're so dedicated. Like they eat, sleep, breathe football.
You have to.
It's crazy.
You have to.
It's crazy.
And just to make it to like that level of football, like let's say like you're one of those players and you don't make it to the NFL, you're still considered an elite football player. Like there's no question about it. Think about all the kids that have played football like across the country. Think about all the kids that played college football from Division III. There's even levels lower than Division III.
Shout out to you. Division III over there. But football was your life for a big amount of time.
Yeah, it was my life since from 7 years old to however old I was, like 21 or 20.
Do you think that if you like really like tried?
I did really try.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did really try.
Well, that's good. I mean, I maxed out D3.
I maxed out my potential in football for sure.
You did? See, look at you.
Yeah.
I could tell if you're. I mean, I shouldn't have even said if you tried because everything you really do, you truly do commit to.
Oh, thank you.
So.
Thank you. But yeah, that's why. There's just levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like a different elite level.
Yeah,
it's like, but some things are literally just God given.
Yes.
It's like the voice that Ariana Grande has and the voice that I have are vastly different. Vastly different.
Facts.
So you're agreeing?
No, I mean.
What? You don't think I'm a good singer? Oh, yeah.
No, you are. You're a great singer.
Yeah, I'm a fabulous singer.
Right.
I just sing the tunes that breaks the glass.
Right. It's like I can throw a football too, but I just can't throw a football like even J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? It's just levels.
Right. Of course.
Moving on to another group of college fellows, mostly college fellows.
All about the W's today.
Yeah, Team USA won their 6th World Juniors of hockey, their first since 2021.
Congratulations, USA! 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 USA!
So they won. Great for them. It was a good tournament. I was trying to. One complaint about this is that all the games were on NHL Network, and we don't get that on
YouTube TV.
YouTube TV.
Dear YouTube TV.
Dear YouTube TV, get a deal with the NHL Network.
Please.
I saw that I was getting all the updates on the gold medal game and even the semifinal game when that was taking place, and it was taking place in the middle of the day because they were playing it overseas. And I would have loved to watch USA win a gold medal.
Me too.
In anything, especially in a sport that I love, like hockey. And it would have been nice to watch. But I couldn't because it wasn't available to me. So we'll figure that out. Thanks.
XOXO, the Double Dose crew.
Unless you want to lose a customer.
Oh. How long do they have?
Huh?
How long do they have?
They got a year. They got until the next World Juniors.
You have until the next World Juniors.
We used to have it because I've watched the Bruins play on NHL Network.
It's fucked up.
But
so the USA wins their 6th World Juniors. What does this mean? Like World Junior, what do you get? You get a gold medal? You get a trophy? What do you get?
You get a gold medal.
So it's like the Olympics?
It's like the no, not necessarily. It's like a step below the Olympics, but it's like an annual international hockey tournament that takes place where you have to be 21 or under.
Okay.
To compete.
And who gets picked?
Mostly college players, but also like They can be professional, like overseas. They start playing professional, like really young, or even in Canada, like they call it juniors, but oftentimes they get paid. So they just have to be. It's more of an age thing. Like a guy from the Bruins played for Canada, Patriots. So you can play in the NHL. It's just more of an age thing.
Can they get paid for this?
No, but the team does get sponsors. And so since they won, a big sponsor for the Team USA was Chipotle. So all the players get a free burritos for a year from Chipotle.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
That's great.
Honestly,
I feel that like, as a college kid,
no, it's the best. Like I would be like freaking out because also I feel like after doing some assessing in my brain of Chipotle customers, I think that
you sit outside Chipotle and just survey people.
No, like I'm just thinking of like people that eat Chipotle. Like a lot of their customer base, other than like, you know, just like quick on the go, whatever, is like athletes because it's like high protein stuff. It's like protein bowls, like the like high fat. You know what I mean? Like with the
high carbs with the rice. And
right, with the avocado, steak, like those bowls and stuff like that. Like people eat that, but especially I'm assuming like college kids that are like, oh, I'm looking for something like that's great on the go with like a big portion. Chipotle.
And those bowls aren't cheap anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. It's like $20. It's like $20 for a Chipotle bowl.
Way.
It's $20 to get Chipotle.
I've got a Chipotle. We have a Chipotle 70 feet from our door.
We probably had it like what? Once,
twice probably. Because I go to Mr. Burrito Man down the street.
But that Chipotle stays with you. It stays with you for like a week.
Yeah.
A week. It literally like it stays on the breath. Whoo. Stays in the body. Whoo. It does. It stays with you. I'm like, that's why I want Chipotle, but I don't want it tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
If you could have a year supply like of any food.
Sushi, 100%.
From where?
Kazunori rolls.
Kazunori
Hand rolls.
Yeah, me too.
100%. We haven't gotten that in so long, but like I would just smack those things.
Yeah.
100%. Like the easiest question you could ask me. Because it's like it's something that's weird. Like I can never ever get sick of sushi. I'll never get sick of it. I don't understand what it is about it, and like I don't get how like other people aren't like that. But like with you, like you love like potatoes or like burger. Oh my god, like burgers and stuff. Like I could after I have a burger, I'm like I'm good for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I could have.
You could have a burger every day.
Every single day. Burger, like, French fries.
Buddy, no. Oh, no. But, like, to me, sushi, give me some raw fish and a slab of rice, and, like, I'm in there.
I love sushi. And especially the hand rolls from Kazunori, the best sushi in the world, I'd say. But I couldn't have it every day because I just need more dense. Like, I'm used to, like you said, I'm used to dense-ass foods, like, French fries, potatoes, steak.
Yeah. Steak, burger.
Like, I grew up going to Outback Steakhouse. My mom cooked at home. It was beef. When my mom cooked at home, it was either beef stew, pork chops, steak, or, like, bifanas. Like,
yeah, you're eating, like, heavy
starch.
Meal, like, heavy stuff.
I couldn't be more thankful. I couldn't be more like
at home. My mom was never cooking. She was eating literally a blueberry and waiting for my dad to cook something. And like that's literally the time I would eat. But like sometimes it would be like crazy meals. Sometimes it'd be like healthy ones. So like to me, I'm like sushi is always a go because it fits both of their needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love sushi, and I didn't ever have it before we started dating. So I appreciate you.
You're welcome
for introducing it to me. But I still like my bread and butter.
So, there you go. We interrupt this program to give you a little advertisement from ourselves, from the Drama Sports Club hats that could be yours at the doubledosepodcast.com. That is double D-O-U-B-L-E, dose D-O-S, podcast, P-O-D-C-S-T.com, doubledosepodcast.com, where you can get this fine hat designed by yours truly, available to you now. Buy one for you. Buy one for a friend. Buy one for your grandma. She'll love it. I promise.
Valentine's Day is next month, and no better gift for your loved one, for your lover, than a double dose hat. And let me tell you, if it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's whatever, it's one size fits all. It's adjustable. Anyone can wear it. Anyone can
furry
rock
could
it.
even wear it.
She said it, not me.
So the DoubleDosePodcast.com to get your Drama Sports Club hats available to you now. Thank you. Moving on
to Oscar Pistorius. Ever heard of Oscar Pistorius?
No.
Oscar Pistorius was the first amputee to run in the Olympics. He was a track runner for Australia who known as the Blade Runner because he ran on prosthetics and he competed in the legit Olympics.
Isn't the Blade Runner like a movie with somebody?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, keep going.
But anyways, shortly after he competed in the Olympics, Oscar was convicted of killing his longtime girlfriend in their house.
With his blades, with his V?
No, they got in an argument and he shot her through a bathroom door. Either she was locked in the bathroom or he was locked in the bathroom.
Like nobody.
No, he'll find someone.
Oh, he'll find it crazy. I'm sure crazies have literally written to him because even
Charles Manson,
even Gypsy Rose, the girl, the one, whatever, she had 250 guys reaching out to her from all overseas. She said 250 guys wrote out to her to date her, and while her husband, was in jail, he had women reaching out to him too.
What?
Yes. Shit gets crazy. When people get in jail, there are literally no rules. Except you have to be behind bars. But other than that, no rules.
Crazy.
Right.
Crazy. With that being said, away from the craziness of Oscar Pistorius, are you ready to get into one of your favorite few minutes of the week with the Double D's top three?
Let's do it up. You go first.
Me first? So originally I was going to do my favorite 3 Belichick games that I've been to. But I might save that for when news actually drops.
Okay.
This week, I'm going to do my 3 favorite things about going to a snowy football game.
Go for it.
Number 3, when you're sitting there, it looks like a snow globe. Like the stadium's enclosed, like it feels like you're in the middle of a snow globe. It's really cool. I remember doing it when I went to the Snow Bowl when I was 7. I did it this weekend. You just like look up. And like it looks like you just see the snowflakes coming down, and like it looks like you're just literally in a snow globe.
It truly did look like we were in a globe. I was like, this is crazy. Shake this thing up. Don't know what will happen.
Right. Number 2, the camaraderie with the other folks. Just like everyone that was, especially a game like that, like where everyone that's there is just like kind of on the same page. Like we're here just for a simple reason, like this might be his last game. Like even because the team has nothing to play for, so like. The banter between the fans was fun. It was just a good time. The camaraderie with the fans. And number 1 was the hot chocolate.
Love it.
The hot chocolate clapped. The cups are even better. It's my Double D's top 3s.
I love that. Well, and then thank you for taking me to the game. I never noticed that there were stars at the bottom too of all of the letters.
Yeah, they need to go back. I mean, we've said this multiple times. They need to go back.
The Patriots need to go back to this. This is literally wild. Why would you not want this old school logo? This is insane. I mean, look at this freaking thing. Like, this is sick. I'm sorry. So much better than the other one. So much better than the other one. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So my Double D's threes this week is going to be something iconic, okay? And it's going to be my top 3 favorite moments of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City this season. Because this season, it did not start out strong. It did not start out strong, so much so that you stopped watching this season with me.
Yeah.
You said, you can take this journey on your own. I don't need these women in my life. And I prevailed because I was like, you know what? I don't know why, but something is telling me that I need to continue watching. And I'm a Lisa Barlow stan. So it's like, I will literally do anything for her. So I have to keep watching also solely because I love Lisa Barlow. And I need to see what these ladies get themselves into. But nonetheless, not only did Salt Lake City deliver, they over-delivered. They gave us the best episode of reality television I have ever watched. Bigger than Scandival, bigger than any other bomb being, bigger than Lisa and Lenny, bigger than anything that you could have even imagined, okay? And it was the past episode. But I will give you the best 3 moments. Moment number 3. When Mary Cosby told Heather Gay that she looked inbred. Great moment. Great moment. When Heather Gay asked her, do I look inbred to you? And she said, you do. And I said, that is incredible. The second moment would be another Mary Cosby original. She is just out of her mind. She didn't come in a lot to the end of the season, but the second moment is when her and Whitney are at dinner and try to sort things out. Whitney is trying to create a bridge for them to be friends. She's like, you know what, let's put this aside, but you need to own up to things too.
One of the craziest things that happens on Real Housewives and on all the on all this franchises, like these women clearly don't get along, and like they just set them up to have dinner to like try to mend fences because they're on the same cast. One of those situations you're saying.
Oh yes. They're trying to mend the fences when they have been just not in a good place. And when Mary Cosby called Whitney a bobblehead. Best moment from Mary Cosby for sure. But I would be remiss if I did not mention the best moment of reality television that has hit our screens, which was the finale of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It was everything. It gave you drama. It gave you Oscars. It gave you elegance. It gave you chaos. It gave everything. There they are in Bermuda. Scandals happening. Reality Von Teese. It's Monica. What's going on? The lies, the receipts, the proof. She had it all. Heather Gay came out and told the women who Monica really was, and it was chef's motherfucking kiss. It was so good. The moment when all of the women come down to the beach, when Heather says that another woman in the cast, Monica, was actually a big troll of Instagram that was like trolling their lives and was also suing Heather's company under a different name.
What was Instagram called?
Reality Von Teese. When Heather tells the women, they are shaken. They are broken. They are giving everything that Meryl Streep wishes that she could, okay? It was a performance of a lifetime, and honestly, they deserve an award for it. They do. They really do deserve an award.
Yeah, I watched it. It was incredible television.
I was shaking. Like I never watch reality television again. Like I would never watch the second episode again, just for fun. I would watch this thing, I would just rewind. You know what I mean? Kind of how the Scandal reunion was, but I would rewatch this thing over and over again because it was just everything. So, that is my Double D's threes.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Tremendous.
It is time to get into our Sick Puppy and Interesting Cat segment of the week.
Well, how you just did it, it's time, is very applicable to the this segment this week because they're both boxers.
I knew it. See, I manifested.
Right. So, the sick puppy this week is Ryan Garcia, a young boxer, up-and-coming prodigy. He's fought in some big fights against some against some champions. So Mr. Ryan Garcia is a sick puppy this week because he announced his divorce on social media just 1 hour after he announced the birth of his baby with his wife. So 1 hour, you go to his Instagram story.
Well, with his ex-wife now.
Soon to be. 1 hour, you go to his Instagram story, and it's a picture of his literally fresh baby, saying so blessed, me and your mother were gonna love you, all this stuff. Next hour, he puts a long message. It must have taken him the whole hour to write it, considering he's a boxer and he probably has scrambled egg brains. Saying that him and his wife are getting a divorce. Literally an hour. Crazy.
What do you think happened? Were they fighting? Maybe they fought so much over the name of the baby that he was like, I just can't do it anymore.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe it was her. Maybe she just wanted his baby to get child support and was just peace.
Maybe she was just like that. And maybe she served him a baby and papers.
Maybe.
Served it up hot.
How crazy is that?
That is insane.
Can't even wait till the next day?
No, literally, just give social media a rest for a second. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just put the phone down.
Right. Well, he's one of those young athletes. He's what is that generation?
Gen Z.
Yeah, where that's how he's so popular is that he's a TikTok, he's a great boxer. He's a legit professional boxer, but one reason why he's so popular, he's a good-looking fellow, and he's always been on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. So social media is his thing.
Got it.
Big social media presence.
Got it.
Going on to a legend here for the interesting cats, we have Mr. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather. What's up with him?
Well, he just became an investor in 3 huge plastic surgery centers and wants to do a plastic surgery giveaway for people who want to get hot. That's a quote.
I'm down. Mr. Floyd, take me. Use my body. I'll be a plastic surgery makeover. What would I do? And
the best part is that the video of him announcing this, that he wants that he's become an investor and wants to do this giveaway. He's just in his garage with his 19 Rolls Royces.
I love that. He said, people that want to get hot, let me know. I'll give you a giveaway.
He said, quote, I want to do, quote, a plastic surgery giveaway for people who want to get hot, end quote.
You know what, Floyd Mayweather, you're music to my ears.
Yeah, we have to get more details on how to enter this contest.
Yeah. For me or for you?
For me.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know if more details how to enter this contest. You're saying I need to go?
No.
Usually when I say things like that, normally you're supposed to be no, you don't need to do the giveaway. That would be crazy for them to do the giveaway. But the fact that you're really saying that we need to enter together is very scary to me.
Just for content, Bubba. Just for content.
Just for content?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. We'll be talking after this. I'll give you a lot of content to work with, okay?
Yeah, okay.
People who want to get hot, please. So I don't need it, or do I?
You do not need it. I tell you this all the time.
What?
We had a conversation earlier about all of this.
Please. About plastic surgery and getting hot?
No.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. You're on thin ice over here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Just like the snowball. Thin ice. Even though it has nothing to do with hockey or football or... I don't know. I'm scrambled egg brains over here, okay?
All right, let's go on to our picks.
All right.
So you won the regular season.
What was the bet? What was the thing that I win? I forget the bet that I made.
I forget.
We'll have to look back to that episode.
Yeah.
Can
you make a note, too, to see who we put down as our Super Bowl predictions, too?
Yeah, Super Bowl predictions.
I meant to do that leading up to this one, but I did not. I believe my pick was the Ravens versus the 49ers.
I think mine was, too, to be honest.
I think that we were slightly different. I think you went Cowboys instead of 49ers.
Oh, really? I feel like I did something with the 49ers.
Regardless... We'll get those. We'll circle back on that.
Yeah, we'll circle back. Circling back.
So you went 22, 19, and 1 during the regular season. I went 19, 20. I went 16, 25, and 1.
Yikes.
So you won. However,
there was also more than this. You didn't add a weekend to this one time, but I definitely won. Hands over fists.
Yeah, you won. You won.
A couple weeks.
But we're gonna do our. So this week there are 6 games. I have the seeding, the conference, the channel that's going to be on TV, as well as a little storyline for each game.
Okay.
And then we're going to do our picks live.
Oh, Picks Live. Okay.
So the playoffs this year are going to start on Saturday, January 13th.
Okay.
With the AFC's fifth seed, the Cleveland Browns.
I didn't know that they were good.
Well, they're a very good team.
Myles Garrett.
They have a great defense. Big reason why.
Okay.
But then Deshaun Watson got hurt, all that stuff, and then they signed Joe Flacco off the street.
No.
And they've been hot ever since. So they're going to be playing at the Houston Texans on NBC.
I say the Texans.
The Texans are 2.5-point underdogs.
I'm Texans.
You're Texans?
Yep.
So storyline here. I'm also going to go to the Texans here.
Okay.
Storyline here is that it's the oldest quarterback in the league versus one of the youngest quarterbacks in the league.
Young boy, show him up.
Yep, Stroud, who we watched on Pat McAfee yesterday.
Perfect. Yeah, I think the Texans are going to win 100%, especially in their home stadium.
However, if Cleveland does win and Flacco does continue this incredible run that they're on, they will be visiting his former team, the Baltimore Ravens, in a playoff game, a team that he played for most of his career, that he won a Super Bowl with as the starting quarterback, and Lamar took his job. So that would be an incredible storyline going into next week.
That would be horrible. I feel like he would literally be sad.
Very much so, probably.
Well, I hope that Stroud wins and the Texans win, so Joe Flacco can just go home and rest. You're old, boy. Put your feet up and rest.
I think whoever wins this game, I would like to see them make a deep run. I would like to see them continue.
Okay.
Because I like both these teams.
Cool.
Moving on, the second game on Saturday.
Oh, this is an easy.
It's the Miami Dolphins. They're +4, visiting. They're 4-point underdogs visiting the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. The storyline here is Tyreek Hill returns to his former team, Kansas City, for the first time.
I didn't know that Tyreek Hill played for Kansas City.
Yeah. So he won a couple Super Bowls with them.
I think that the Chiefs are gonna win. No way that they're not.
You think the Chiefs are gonna win?
Yeah, the Dolphins are.
The Dolphins had an absolute meltdown. They were winning their division, the AFC East, for most of the year, and then they completely just freaking went cold. They're suffering a lot of injuries.
Yeah, I think it's the Chiefs for this one, and T Swizzle might be there, so you're gonna have a lot of content on her.
T Swizzle's definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
But this interesting thing is that they're gonna make all the Swifties get Peacock, because the game's gonna be streamed on Peacock.
Oh, so that's smart. So now Peacock's numbers are gonna go through the roof.
Exactly. How smart of a move? How smart of a move is that?
Did you see at the Golden Globes? I think I showed it to you, right? What Joe Coy said? What?
No. What did Joe? Oh yeah. He told me.
When he was like, "Oh, the big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL is that the Golden Globes has less camera shots of Taylor Swift," and she literally was so annoyed by the comment and just took her drink and sipped it. Mm-hmm. Also just I get it. It's just not something to be mad over though. Just chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everyone just needs to chill out. Just chill the fuck out. But I cannot lie. The dress that she wore, Taylor Swift wore to the Golden Globes, was amazing, phenomenal.
Was it
phenomenal?
Was it
a Gucci number?
Was it as good as Jake Browning's girlfriend's outfit that she wore to the game?
Oh my God, yeah. So you told me about Jake Browning. Who is this?
He's the replacement for Joe Burrow. He's the guy that Joe Burrow lets his family sit in his box.
Yeah. So the Bengals new quarterback's wife wore. Why is this sticking with you so much? Why is that so crazy?
I think it's something you would wear.
Yeah, a white unitard with orange puffy fabric hat. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm obsessed. Yes, I would wear. If you were in the NFL, I would wear that 100%, hand over fist. Mm-hmm. So, sorry. Sorry that I have style. Okay. Sorry that I have flair.
Right.
Other than what I'm wearing right now, which is an SWC, a Rooney original. Okay, another Rooney original for the Samantha Wait Club. Made this for my sister because she is always late to everything, so we always say the Samantha Wait Club and here it is, the 30th anniversary edition with all the clocks on the back. So good.
Perfect.
So good.
Well, this is the only game that you'll have to stream, and they're making all the Swifties do that. That's what a smart money grab by the NFL and Peacock.
Money grab.
I think that both teams. I'm honestly gonna go to the Dolphins here. I think Kansas City is just in shambles. And although the Dolphins are
why is Kansas City in shambles?
They just haven't been playing well all year. I think that, you know how you're saying that everyone just needs to chill out? Like, they're a team that just needs to really just chill out. Like, I feel like they've put so much pressure on themselves with the whole, like, just in general being, like, the defending Super Bowl champions. Mahomes coming off, like, the quarterback documentary and, like, putting himself out there. Them struggling this year. Obviously, the Taylor Swift of it all and, like, the pressure that's putting on Travis Kelce. I think it's just, like, all of them are just ready for this year to be over.
I'm sure. They're mentally, physically exhausted.
Yeah, they're mentally, physically exhausted.
But I still pick the Chiefs. They're a better team than the Dolphins.
All right, I'm going Dolphins. I think Tyreek Hill has a huge game. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins in every which way.
Okay.
Moving on to Sunday. Staying in the AFC, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers that are 10-point underdogs visiting the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
Taking the Bills. Bills are a great comeback story this year. They started the season off 6-6, and they finished the season 11-6 to win in the division. Now they're 2 seed. So I'm also going to go with the Bills. I'm even with the 10 points. They're just going to dominate. The Steelers should not even be in the playoffs. It's not much to talk about in that game. Okay. The 4:30 game on Sunday is the Green Bay Packers are 7.5-point underdogs at the Dallas Cowboys. Storyline here is that Aaron Rodgers' Packers always beat the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott in the postseason. This happened multiple times. However, now Dallas has an opportunity to play the Packers without Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So they're going to face Jordan Love. How do you see this one going?
I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think they're going to dominate. You saw that one coming?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good thing you have your glasses on.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think Dallas is going to win by 2 touchdowns. I even with the 7.5 points, the Packers, I think they're a team that's overachieved. They're in a good spot.
I forgot that Aaron Rodgers even played for the Packers. Yep. That's how crazy this is.
Yep. The Packers have a horrible defense.
Imagine the head coach of the Pats is Aaron Rodgers next year.
He's going to be the quarterback for the Jets.
But imagine.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Imagine if Brady came.
Imagine Brady came back to be the head coach.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen though. He's gonna become the announcer guy on Fox. He's gonna take Greg Olson's seat.
Imagine
even though Greg Olson's probably the best commentator right now, like for the NFL.
Why would they give up Greg Olson out of everybody?
Because they're going from like someone that's proven that he could do it and like to like the GOAT.
Right, but like why wouldn't they give up somebody who's not that good?
Well, Greg Olson's still going to be with Fox. He's just going to drop down to, like, the second most important game that Fox has.
But why? Like, why wouldn't they say on
because they're betting that Tom Brady is going to be better and that he'll put more, like, drive viewership.
Dumb. All right. We move on.
To the night game of Sunday, the Los Angeles Rams are 3-point underdogs visiting the Detroit Lions. Cool story here is that Matthew Stafford, the quarterback for the Rams, and Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Lions, they were traded for one another back in 2021. The Lions got...
So the one was the quarterback for the other team and the other was the quarterback for the other team?
Yep. However, in the trade, the teams believe that Stafford was a lot more valuable because along with Goff, the Rams had to give up 2 first-round picks.
That's a lot.
So it's a chance for Goff to like kind of show like, no, like this guy, like that was crazy. Like this guy is not better than me.
Where's Goff play?
Detroit.
All right, I'm picking the Lions.
But
nope, I'm picking the Lions.
But
I don't care.
So like we talked last week, a lot of teams rest their players going in the playoffs. Detroit, like I said, that's why I picked them last week, is a team that I believed would not, and it kind of like bit them in the ass because their best rookie, their tight end, Sam Laporta, got hurt. And so he's not going to be playing.
I still pick the Lions.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Lions as well just because the comeback story of Jared Goff.
And the last game, right?
The last game. It's Monday night, which I think is incredibly weird because whoever wins this game will be on a short rest with whoever they're going to play the next week, so that's kind of crazy. Is the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 3-point favorites visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lucas and Uncle Eddie will be in attendance.
Wow, it's a crazy game to go to.
The Eagles have been in shambles as well, just as much as the Chiefs and the Dolphins. What do you see happening here?
I just picked the Bucks, but I'm going to pick the Eagles because I feel like they know how to be in high-pressure situations from being in the Super Bowl last year.
A good take.
So.
I'm going with the Bucks though, just because I think it's one of those storylines that, like Baker. Baker, he made over $2 million in incentive bonuses last week.
Why?
They made the playoffs. Number one, that was I think that was like $500,000, and then he was top 10 in passing yards this year, which is crazy.
Crybaby. Sometimes you got to put the babies where they're supposed to be, though. Put the babies in a good house, and they'll grow up in a home.
There you go.
So
let me just
go into things that we may have missed, right? Things that you may have missed.
Things you may have missed. Some quick. So once again, there's a new thing on the pod. It's just some quick things that maybe we've mentioned in the past. We're just catching you up on, or maybe there are some things that they're not quite storylines that are conversation worthy. Just things we want to mention. We have a laundry list here. First, something we talked about last week. The reason why I'm wearing this shirt. Thank you, Sam and Neil. Tiger Woods and Nike did in fact split after 27 years.
Crazy.
They announced that they were no longer going to be in business together. Very interested in what this means for Tiger. Does he get a partnership with another big brand?
Does he just make his own?
Does he just make his own? I don't think that will happen just because all the logistics part of it. He does own the Tiger Woods logo. So Nike can no longer use that logo, and wherever he goes, it'll still be the same exact Tiger Woods logo.
Got it.
So that's something that it'll probably turn into a topic very soon, once again, and we'll continue to track. Number 2, Tyreek Hill. A couple weeks ago, we mentioned the baby mama drama, and him having all these kids. Kids at home. A reason why you don't want adults at home. A reason why you don't want to have a lot of kids that you can't control. Maybe because they're going to let your house on fire. And that's exactly what happened at Tyreek Hill's home. Him and his wife were out shopping, doing some grocery shopping or whatever, doing some errands. They come back to their house in flames. Why? Because one of their children set the house on fire with a cigarette lighter.
What, did they lose everything? This is so awful. This is literally so awful.
I'm sure they lost a lot of their stuff, yeah. So that's just crazy.
So crazy. Thoughts and prayers are with Tyreek Hill's family because that is so awful. I couldn't even imagine all of your things burning to the ground. I couldn't think of anything worse. So awful.
Right, especially after the holidays.
Awful.
No
awful.
good time.
There's literally no good time. It's awful. Just awful all around.
Yeah. I honestly hope that he reels it in.
I think he will. After this, it's a lot all at once.
Just because he's great. He's a great football player, but the turmoil and stuff, I just think that there has to be an element of anxiety every day that goes through his body. He just
and now with the fire, Jesus Christ,
right?
He needs a day off.
Exactly. This was also almost a topic. So Arthur Smith, who is now formerly the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, just got fired yesterday. He almost got in a fist fight with the other head coach of the Saints, Dennis Allen, after the game when they went for their handshake after the game. So when they were walking up to each other, he's fucking screaming at him, yelling at him, almost came to blows. The other coach was like, "Yeah, dude, you're right. I don't know what happened." Why was he freaking out? Well, because the Saints were up 30-something points. They're up 41-7 or 41-6. And they get an interception. They return it to the 1-yard line, and there's a few seconds left in the game. The Saints can literally just knee the ball down, and the game can end.
Okay.
Instead, the Saints line up as if they're gonna kneel the ball, but instead hand the ball off to Jamal Williams, one of the running backs, and he runs it in for a touchdown to make the score 48-7. So that's what they call running up the score. It's very disrespectful to your opponent.
Right.
Because if they were just going to kneel down, you wouldn't want the opponent to just run and tackle your quarterback. So you shouldn't do that to them.
Why did they do that?
Well, great question. Thank you for asking that question. The reason is Jameis Winston. And Jameis Winston, you have to write this down too. It's going to be one of those things where I just gotta have to educate you. When we have a slow sports week, we just have to do a week dedicated to Jameis Winston. He's a character. He's currently the backup quarterback with the Saints.
Okay, and he decided to do this?
So he was the guy who was the quarterback in at the time, and in the huddle, he said, "This is what coach wants to do. Screw that." And he said he took a vote of everybody in the huddle and said, would you guys want to give Jamal Williams the ball? so he can get his touchdown because he hasn't had a touchdown all year. So he's trying to be a good teammate and do that, but it's just like very disrespectful.
Right, like that's the touchdown you're going to want?
Right.
I don't think so. I'd rather have no touchdown at all.
My problem with it is that, like, not that they won for the touchdown, but the fact that they lined up as if they were going to kneel the ball down. So it's like you fooled them. Like if you're gonna get the touchdown, like at least line up regularly and like give the defense an opportunity to stop it. But as a result, like his coach almost got his ass beat. Jameis did take full responsibility after the game, but he also...
You can come here and get your ass beat, or you can come here and get your ass beat.
The Jersey Shore?
Yes.
Who said it?
Jay Wow.
Oh, I love that. I know exactly the scene you're talking about. Moving on. Jimmy Kimmel and Aaron Rodgers have continued their feud.
What?
Jimmy Kimmel went on like a 5-minute monologue.
At his opening for his show, right?
Yeah. And
give it a rest.
And like Aaron Rodgers said he was gonna have talk about it on the pod, like on Pat McAfee next time he was on. But I said it last week. That's why I didn't want to make it again a topic because I was just gonna repeat myself. But Jimmy Kimmel is an absolute clown. For a comedian that has made a living off of making fun of people and just making jokes, the fact that he's taking this joke and
like just chill out, dude.
He went on and on about how Aaron Rodgers had to go to community college before regular college and didn't even graduate college, and like he probably has CTE and concussions, and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about medical science, but he's an expert in vaccinations and immunization. It's like, dude, you're overcompensating. Like the conversation's over. You weren't on the list. You probably were one of the guys that paid yourself off of it because you're with a big studio and they don't want to like look bad.
Right, just like chill out, freak.
Shut up.
Right. Something's
Absolute
in his past.
Loser. Another couple quick notes. John Morant, who just came back from suspension about a month ago, is out for the season with a shoulder injury, so that's not good news. He was actually playing very well and actually staying out of trouble for once. Conor McGregor announced that he's going to fight in June against Michael Chandler, so he'll make his return to the octagon. That's big news.
I'm excited to see him.
Yes.
After that snap.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, the Edmonton Oilers held their annual Rough relay. It's where every player for the Oilers that has a dog had their dog out on the ice, and they just raced. Their dogs raced from the goal line to the half ice. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Look up the Edmonton Oilers Rough relay. It's probably the cutest thing you'll see all week, except for us.
Duh.
And then things to watch is obviously the wild card games, everything we just went over. But I'm personally watching. We're on all hands on deck for the Belichick watch. Okay, like any moment, I could look at my phone after this and we could have news. I just need to know. I need to know. Tell me, baby girl, 'cause I need to know. And that's all I have for you, my love.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for listening to another great week of, sports drama and another great episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose.
With our new mugs.
Thank you so much for always explaining everything to me, for always being the best, for being the best co-host, being the best partner in co-hosting and in life. I love you so much. I love you all so much. Cheers. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.